Hey guys, before we get started on this week's episode, we wanted to let you know that we were guests on another awesome podcast called Smash Fiction.
Yeah, we went and collaborated with them on making a zany movie.
It was a fun idea where everybody brings their own character and everybody brings like a genre, somebody else brings a MacGuffin, and we all write a movie together as a group.
Yeah, so go check out Smash Fiction in your podcatcher.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on the day of release, we should be the latest episode. So go check that out in whatever podcast catcher you prefer. And with that, let's start the show. The return draws closer. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, go back. We can see what she's actually doing here.
Oh, shit.
She's standing in front of a pipe that has Mako coming out of it?
They don't know either. They don't know.
They don't know what it is.
Have fun.
I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders. So, what's your next move, boss? That's easy enough.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Here, this is for you.
This is gonna suck.
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 4, Episode 9.
Yeah, we're fully underway.
Yeah,
that's
we've gotten a chicken.
To say.
Well,
I mean,
you know, you know that you're getting underway when you've gotten a chicken.
Once you've gotten the chocobo, yeah.
Before we get going, this is unusual, but there was news about Final Fantasy that we wanted to mention.
Yeah, as you heard, and I'm sure all of you are already aware, there's a new teaser trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Which, more news coming in June, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, they announced it years ago and then didn't
Back in
speak about it
2015.
at all. And when they announced it, they showed some clips from very early in the game in Midgar.
Right.
And now they've come back and they've
they-
shown a few more clips from very early in the game.
They've really illuminated their process.
I'll say this, I'm extremely excited, and I also have no faith at all that Square Enix can deliver anything that I'll be interested in even a little bit after Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, we aren't huge fans of 15, as you guys might have picked up once or twice.
And it looks like the combat in this is going to be like that.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
What
More
happens.
to come in June,
More to
anyway.
come in June, but as far as our plans for playing it, we both want to play this game when it comes out, but we don't want to redo another season of Final Fantasy VII.
Don't worry, Jeff. I probably will never come out.
There's
and
that.
if it does, it'll probably come out in chunks.
You're
that are
right.
Spaced out by 5 years each.
But we'll find a way to play this and play this along with you guys. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts are there's no question that the voice acting is going to suck, but that's my opinion, and that's just a thing we're going to have to accept.
Just two men's opinion.
Yeah.
Is,
Well, also, before we get started on this episode's
never going to start. Sorry, guys.
let's check in with our friend Daniel K. and see what the weather is right now.
Yeah, let's see what it's going to feel like on our skin outside and stuff like that.
Take it away, Daniel.
Alrighty, thank you, Jeff and Ryan. Awesome show as always. Yeah. Okay, hi NoCat listeners, it's Daniel K here. It's time for another live weather update. I'll be bringing you all the facts and figures of what's happening up in the good old atmosphere so you guys know if you should take an umbrella out with you today or what's up. Alright, we'll get into it, shall we? So, the chlorine level out there today is hovering around 0.6 parts per million, and that's actually come down a bit from 0.8 recorded earlier this morning. Some of you might have noticed it's been pretty overcast today, and yeah, that's because 0.6 is way below that minimum limit of 2.0 parts per million that we need to keep this kind of cloudiness out of the sky. The pH is also a bit out, it's 7.8, which is a little high. Basically, it's not terrible. Everything else is pretty good. Cyanuric acid levels, the alkalinity buffer, dissolved salt, it's all good. Calcium hardness is a little low, that's nothing major. Really, all we have to worry about today is this low chlorine level making the sky all cloudy. Hang on. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start treating this with my own stock of chlorine. Just there we are. As for what's caused these levels to drop in the first place, it could be a few things. It could be overuse. It could be the filters need a really good clean out. I'm also pretty sure I saw a dead bird floating around just now. Sometimes the bacteria from something like that, it can really take a toll on the chlorine levels in... Oh, what? What? Wait, what's this? Hang on a second. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't my meteorology equipment. This isn't my meteorology equipment at all. This is my pool water testing equipment. Oh, what an idiot I've been. So that means this cloudiness in the sky isn't algae colonies. It's just common cirrostratus clouds. And that dead bird I thought I saw was probably just... Oh no, wait, that is a dead bird. Oh man, there's actually a whole bunch of dead birds out here now. I think I've actually fucked things up pretty bad out here. Weather update, listeners. It's no good out here. Stay inside. Don't come outside. It's really fucked up out here. It's no good at all. Back to you in the studio, Jeff and Ryan.
Meteorology.
Thank you, Daniel. So be careful out there. Stay indoors. You heard him. You know what to do. Mm-hmm. Listen to Daniel. Listen to Daniel K's Let's Plays always. So anyway, last week we got a chicken.
Yeah, we captured our first chocobo and then immediately said goodbye to it.
Yeah, we ran it across a swamp and then we said goodbye. We're entering a cave. We've got Fort Condor ahead. We've got a friend who's lost in the woods. We're looking at that giant snake, the Midgar Zalam.
Yeah, Sephiroth has impaled it on a tree. This is the first point where the game feels like it opens up in a way. We're about to, walk into a world map area that has several points of interest.
Which one do you go to first? Let's find out.
Dun dun.
Amazing. This Sephiroth guy's pretty strong, I'd say. Yep.
That's right, partner.
Oh, hey, it's Rude.
Oh, I remember Rude.
So in the cave, we run into Rude, who
one
you'll
of the Turks.
Yeah, he's one of the Turks. Mm-hmm. And where there's one Turk, usually you can find a few around.
3-ish.
Do you know who I am? From the Turks, right? Or not interested?
From the Turks, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you know, then this won't take long. It's difficult to explain what the Turks do. Kidnapping, right?
I'm gonna teach
Put
you
it
how to
negatively,
catch a Turk.
you could say
First,
that.
you gotta throw some greens out in front of a Turk. Okay, what I really meant to say was turkeys. And what I really meant was chocobos.
But that's not all there is to it anymore.
No? Rude is just saying that the Turks' job up until now was kidnapping, but now it's got, other stuff that they have to do.
Yeah, well, I think he's also going well, if you want to be, negative, you could call it kidnapping, but I take a more, subtle view to what... There's multiple angles here.
Sir, it's all right, Rude.
Elena says.
I know you don't like speeches, so don't force it. Then Elena, explain. I'm the newest member of the Turks, Elena. Thanks to what you did to Reno, we're short of people.
Oh.
Although because of that, I got promoted to the Turks.
This is what I'm saying. There's Reno, Rufus, Rude, Elena, Ichigeki, or Ichiro, or whatever. Ichiro?
Is this the second time you've done this? You keep calling him Ichigeki. His name is Sang.
Racist. There's more.
There's a lot of people.
None of those are even President Shinra or Sephiroth.
No.
This is if there were too many hero characters in 6, there's too many villains in this.
We'll see. I mean, I don't think any of these people even are count as villains. These are just
they're named characters.
Yeah, they are, but they're bad.
I'm just trying to keep it all straight.
Oh yeah, that might just fall apart at some point.
Exactly.
In any case, our job is to find out where Sephiroth is headed, and to try to stop you every step of the way.
Oh, well that's...
Wait a minute, it's the other way around. You're the ones who are getting in our way.
Oh. See, here it is.
Elena, you talk too much.
That's his name. I keep calling him Ichiro.
Right, well it's there's the Turks. There's 3 of them. No need to tell them about our orders. Sorry, Tsang. I thought I gave you other orders. Now go. Don't forget to file your report. Oh, right.
A lot of orders in the Turks.
Very well. Rude and I will go after Sephiroth, who's heading for Junon Harbor.
So I guess the Turks are having this conversation in front of us so that we know where we're supposed to go next.
Yeah, this happens with the Turks a lot, where we arrive and we're kind of ready to fight, and then they have a conversation, and then they go, I guess we should try to fight you.
And then
they
we
usually
now
check
have
their
a
watch.
new pass.
Exactly.
Path,
Yeah, they're just leaking information, basically.
Go. Don't let Sephiroth get away. Yes, sir.
If your organization is leaking information, you might want to look to the unregulated criminal wing first. That might be where your problem is.
Where's Eris? She's not with you? Eris isn't with us, she's with the others. Oh, then give her my regards.
Would that dialogue be different if we had chosen to have Eris in our party?
I think so, yeah. I think he'd be like, oh, hey, Eris.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even fight them here.
What?
Why? I swore I thought we did. I had invented a memory that we fight them, because why wouldn't they fight you?
Where is Eris right now, though?
She's with Red.
Okay, so this is the guy who had Eris in his helicopter back when they blew up the plate.
Yeah.
And so he knows Eris, and he's just like, before he leaves, going like, and how is she? And we're like, she's good. And he's like, cool. See ya at Junon Harbor.
You know how in like 80s cartoons, once they've gone on for so long, the villains and the superheroes like don't really seem like at odds that much
They're
anymore?
like friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like they still fight. This
yeah.
feels kind of like that.
So how do you get out?
I just did.
No, I mean, how do you get back through the marsh?
Oh, well, I walked through the cave on the other side of it, and I walked through the cave, and now we're on the...
Can you press L2? Alright, I see. Now we're on the other side,
Yeah.
We're gonna run this D-washer.
Okay.
The dick washer. So while I load the dick washer, Ryan goes up to this big bird statue that's
out
on top of a pedestal, maybe?
Out on the world map, there's like an outcropping near the ocean that has like what looks sort of like a... From the world map, it always to me looks like a light tower or something.
Yeah, like a lighthouse.
Light tower, a lighthouse.
Well, you know.
But like with a giant, not like large bird, but like a giant mythical bird.
What if
perched on top of
lighthouses... Instead of having the light, it was a sound house. So it was like a bird that was giant that just caw,
captain
like
is out
super.
there
Like,
listening,
do
going,
you
"I
hear
think
the
it's
bird?
over
I
there."
think the rocks are that way.
Yeah.
Is that a real bird or one of our
Oh my God.
mechanical birds?
I mean, I guess that's what they rely on when it gets to like foghorn level, where they just are like,
they're
just make noise.
Make the noise.
So I just walked into this building with a giant bird on it. We've been fighting the Shinra for a long time at this battlefield. Even now, we're still settled in for a long war with them. If you aren't in a hurry, would you help us fight them?
Oh.
Listen, we don't want to push you, but if you're in the middle of something, why don't you finish that first?
The game's trying to be like, look, if you're in the middle of some pacing that you shouldn't fuck with, like, don't come here. This is gonna fuck with the pacing.
This is a thing that you don't really need to pay attention to for many, many, many hours.
If at all, it seems. But these people are like, we're fighting the Empire. Would you help us? You look like rebels who just happened upon our fort.
Yeah, I mean, the situation here is that they've been locked in an indefinitely long battle that never starts or ends.
Yeah. These are like rebels against Shinra of some kind.
The way this place is set up, this battlefield is like a paintball course, as though they built a field for having battles, and they continually do.
I mean, we'll help you.
Go on up and they'll fill you in on the details.
Ooh, a rope.
Going on up, boss.
So you climb up a rope into like an ant farm style, like burrowed out mountain.
This is cool.
Hey!
Now this is something I never thought anyone would ever climb up here. Your eyes are different. Well, anyhow, any minute now, this will be a battlefield against Shinra.
I love that this guy is like, your eyes are different. They look a little bit like all the soldiers of the enemy that is our ultimate enemy.
Yeah, I feel like this is common knowledge in this
And
world.
you came
Like,
from their direction.
You know what Mako eyes are.
Like, how easy would it be if you were a Shinra spy to infiltrate and fuck with this organization?
That's why I think the larger story is that Shinra themselves are completely incompetent as an organization. Like, they couldn't capture Eris. They can't capture this hill. Like,
Shinra, the hell those jackasses doing here? It appears you have a problem with Shinra too. After all, you climbed up here. Why not listen to what I have to say for a moment? I guess so.
Okay, what kind of interaction?
Do you know what's at the top of this mountain? Huh? Something's up there? Come on, let's get it together. The reactor and the condor. I can see you're very perceptive. Yes, it's a reactor and a condor. It seems the Shinra doesn't like the idea of having a condor on top of the reactor. Damn, that's one big bird. But why are they trying to get rid of it with weapons? What's so wrong with having a condor on top of a reactor?
I mean, if there was a nuclear reactor that I was living near and it got an infestation of birds that could fuck with shit, I'd be like, yeah, get the birds out of there.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm not on Shinra's side,
right?
But I can understand how
it's
it could be dangerous.
It's at least an issue that you need to deal with. Is it a real bird, or is it?
I think so. I mean, when I walked up to this, you didn't see, I don't think, but there's like, it's like a big tower with like a giant bird on top of it.
A living bird, not a
I don't know.
bird,
I don't know. I can't tell.
I mean, its feathers didn't bristle when I walked up to it or anything. It couldn't tell if it was cleaning itself.
Its wings look like it's like made out of gold.
But just to be clear, the bird is supposed to be alive. It's a living thing.
It seems there's some type of special materia in the reactor above us, and because the condors came, the Shinra rushed troops here. The military wants to get the condor and all the villagers off this mountain. The condors are now warming their eggs, which hatch only once every few years.
Wait, so what's the main issue here? Is it the condor's eggs hatching? Is it the special materia?
Is the reactor in trouble because of the condors' eggs?
Are there?
Do they want the special materia from here? They want the condors and the villagers gone
too.
I don't understand what Shinra exactly wants out of this. Is the most confusing place in the game.
We would like to protect the condors from being harmed.
We're trying to save the condor, the American condor, or whatever.
New lives. I'll do it. I'll protect them from Shinra.
Barrett is ready to fight Shinra no matter what the circumstance.
I know, that's so funny because he comes upon the only other cause we've seen so far, and as soon as he hears someone has a cause, he's like, that's me, I want to join.
Well, especially when the cause is against Shinra.
Well, that's true too, yeah.
Condor's eggs, a real work of nature. We've got to protect the life of the planet.
I do love...
Unfortunately, we don't have the...
It's like, we've got an ozone layer problem and the whales need to be saved. We gotta clean all of this Mako off of these condor wings. You know?
Yeah, you gotta get
Exxon
that
Valdez spilled all that fucking... Yeah, you gotta get Dawn on the case.
Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to fight Shinra ourselves. That's why we have hired soldiers to help us. As our sponsor, you can help us with a contribution or by fighting alongside of us. What do you think?
We'll accept a donation in lieu of actual work.
So it comes out, these environmental activists have taken the route of hiring private mercenaries to fight their battles for them.
Calling up Blackwater. We're Blackwater in this case.
Well, they need our money. We're their funders.
Right.
We're their angel
we're
investor.
We're both, actually, apparently, because they want us to do either.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll come to the rescue. Hey, we'll come to the rescue.
Yeah, there you go. I love the idea of some, like, private military organization, like, shady-ass shit like Blackwater being portrayed like John Wayne coming to the rescue.
And then we're gonna go out for some precision strikes on some targets we identified with our intelligence. That's all you need to know. And remember, the money justifies any moral discomfort.
He's the guy who came to people's rescues.
Yeah. Thanks for accepting. Let me explain our strategy. The enemy will climb the mountain looking for the reactor. We will leave a trap for them and hire soldiers to protect the area. Well, that's all, but this village doesn't have any money even if we wanted to fight, our hands are tied because we're broke. If we hire one soldier, we would need 400 gil. So if we hire 20 soldiers, we must have 8,000 gil.
Okay.
So if you folks have the time, we would like to use your own money to hire these soldiers, buy the traps, set it up, and command the troops. If you're pressed for time, we'd like you to help us with the money.
Who are these people? They're just on the way up.
They're just fucking people who are here.
Yeah, and they either need funding so that they can fight the troops themselves, but if you're not too busy right now, you can fight them yourselves and not give us as much money.
Which also is unclear because sometimes they don't mean right now, they mean later.
Let's get back to square one. If the enemy penetrates our shed, you'll have to fight them immediately. Well, just because you lost once, not the end of the world, but if you lose repeatedly, it could be dangerous. Now then, is there anything you wish to ask?
This is like what I hate about board games,
Uh-huh.
where like you sit down with a group of people and somebody insists on like reading the entire instruction booklet before you even begin.
Right.
So you're hearing descriptions for like an abstract game that you don't even know like what
You don't
it
have the
looks.
Context
Exactly.
for what the rules
so
are.
this is just like a dump of like
The enemy reaches the shed, they'll attack, and he'll have no choice but to go into battle immediately.
it just
What
and
this turns out to be is a tower defense game that if you lose the tower defense game, you go into like a regular Final Fantasy battle.
Yeah, and you
if
still
you
fight.
lose that, it's fine. But if you lose it a bunch of times, it's not maybe.
the stakes are completely unclear. It's hard to know.
In the event that you lose during direct contact, even if the enemy gets to the reactor, there's still a chance to save things. What?
It's really hard to know like if you can you fuck this up easily and just not miss something?
We can't stand up to the attack any longer. The Shinra will take both the Condors and our lives.
So like I'm dedicated to as soon as I hear that they need what is it like 30,000 gold or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm just like we're getting it right now.
We're
and
doing it. We're
funding
helping
these people.
We're stopping the pacing. We have the time. I can barely hear what you're saying, and it sounds so complicated.
I'm gonna go make some money and come back.
You're gonna make some money to buy soldiers or something?
Yeah.
All right. So all these pans on the stove are clean,
Yeah. Relatively.
and everything else is in the dishwasher. The kitchen's clean. It's time to grind.
Oh my god.
So the first fight Ryan gets into, he has to quickly pause.
Yeah, we're about to meet a new character in battle.
We were in the woods, walking in the woods,
Minding our own business.
minding our own business.
Fighting monsters for Gil, raising money for the environment and the species of the world, trying to further the cause of harmony in nature.
Yeah. What's happening in this fight?
Optional character.
Oh. What? Whoa.
Yeah, I
okay.
paused it.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was a pause function. Of course there is. So do we kill him?
Yeah, I think you gotta fight her.
Yeah, so we're fighting Yuffie, who is like a ninja thief, kind of, but like by way of 90s grunge. I'm not sure. Like she has on like
Yes.
she has on like short denim shorts, but she also has like this giant like metal boomerang with blades on it.
Right. She kind of reminds me conceptually of Toph from the Avatar: The
Oh,
Last
that's
Airbender.
totally a great comparison. That's a great
people who are fans of that
personality.
show.
Even yeah, that's a excellent.
Yuffie. So did you just, was it a random encounter? What happened?
Yep.
In this area?
Yeah.
How did you know that it's a...
I think if you're walking around in the woods parts, there's a chance that she spawns in.
How many optional characters are there?
A couple.
That would indicate a crazy amount of them.
I don't think it's a crazy amount of them. I think there's only like 2, maybe.
Yeah, there's only 2. But, so after you beat Yuffie, it goes to a weird, like, shot of a field, and we're all standing there, and she's lying on the ground. Okay. Now she's here on the ground?
It is weird because we fought her in a forest, most definitely. And this shot is kind of as though we have all been scrapping and she's tired and we've kind of truced.
Right. Man, I can't believe I lost. You spiky-headed jerk. One more time. Let's go one more time. Should we do it?
Yeah, I don't remember what the...
Let's do it. No way I'm gonna fight with punks like you more than once. Wait, what? I'll keep enough for the doctor bill. Next time you won't be as lucky. Hey, we've been had. And my money.
Oh.
She stole $200?
God damn it.
Yeah, Yuffie took $200 and ran the fuck off.
Yeah, what happens with Yuffie is after you beat her, you then have to, like...
Say all the right shit.
Well, it's almost like you're psychologically trying to manipulate her into being curious enough to come along with you or
Right,
something.
right.
I can't really explain it, but like she's like, I want to fight you, and then you kind of go like, nah, not interested.
Right, but it gives you a bunch of different dialogue options. This is one of the times that it matters what you say.
Yeah.
As soon as you say the wrong thing to her, she'll run off. And there's like 5 things that you have to just guess right.
And she's a thief. That's her main thing.
Right, so she took some
steals
money.
from you.
I always find that interesting in these games where it's like, in my life, I keep all my money in one spot in my wallet. If somebody were to steal from me and
They would
only
take all of
they
it,
would take
yeah,
all of it.
yeah.
They would not take
Obviously, this is just
percentage.
money kind of...
shit. Give me my money back. So we'll see her later?
I think we answered wrong. I think if you say not interested,
She would have been like, well, I'll join you.
The dialogue continues.
What?
So,
What?
We'll know that for next time we run into her, because I was just running around in these woods making money. Hey, we hunted a chocobo, now we gotta hunt a yuffie.
Oh, that was Yuffie?
Yeah.
I know that name.
Yeah. Or Yuffie?
Should I keep going in the woods, or should I...
Yeah, stay in the woods. I'll keep fighting if you want. I was just going to get charge my computer.
Yeah, if you want to do some more fighting.
Yeah. Well, because the thing I was trying to do required money.
Right.
Yeah.
How much gil for the...
Like $8,000.
For, like, every soldier?
Yeah. But we had, like, none, so...
What is this guy? He's a giant bat.
He's a hug bat.
I want to hug you. My wingspan is for hugs.
Follow the bird.
So while we're grinding, I had recently found out that my brother was having a daughter, which is still coming just in a couple of months. Actually, I think this episode might air after she's due, so that could be happening at the point where everybody's hearing this. But he was talking to me about like what kind of children's stuff he wanted to show to his daughter when she comes, and we were talking about like the weird shit that's on YouTube and stuff. So that's what this conversation is.
And I mean, I have like sage parenting advice right here, so hold on to your asses.
Well, yeah, you've got to be careful what your kid watches. There's better stuff, but...
I think his
I would
attitude
never
was like...
turn a kid loose on YouTube. That's like the stupidest fucking idea.
Exactly.
It's like just a hole full of trash.
Exactly. You wouldn't let your kid play in a trash pile.
Yeah, you're not gonna let your kid play in the sewer, so...
But the playground, also potentially
you
bad.
make sure
but,
it's
like,
not full of used needles.
Right.
You know? Like...
Yeah. I was like, you know what you gotta show that kid is every episode of Quantum Leap. And he was like, why? That's like the first show I remember watching. And when I watched it as an adult, I was like, oh my god, my entire ethical and moral compass was defined by this show. Like, this show is good for people to watch as a kid.
That's exactly the experience I had with this game.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
like, playing it, I was like, oh my god.
This is telling me everything that I already knew about myself, but I didn't know it was here.
Exactly, yeah.
His response was like, well, maybe that'll be a thing that she does with Uncle Jeff. I go over to my uncle's house and he shows me this old TV show from the early 1990s.
Yeah, she'll probably be like, I don't want to watch
I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, I want to watch YouTube.
Of course.
And then, I mean, after they complain enough, I probably would relent too. Anyway.
Yes, definitely.
So,
You got an ant on your foot, crawling up your toe.
Oh,
I feel like there could be a really, really weird, surreal prestige movie called Fudd about this old hunter who's trying to fucking get this rabbit.
I don't think there's any way it would fall under the genre of prestige movie.
No?
Period.
I
don't
think you
there's
could
any
pull it off.
way to
You could do it.
You could make like an exploitation horror movie called Fudd. That's like
that's more it. Yeah, about like okay.
But like I don't.
I was like Christian Bale is Elmer.
Yeah, but like it wouldn't be like an Oscar-winning Fudd. Like the touching. It would be like Fudd. Like it's
It wouldn't be touching. It would be it would
this
be
wabbit.
yeah.
But you know,
Everybody always made fun of me because of my weird.
because of my speech impediment.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, get really into the dark psyche of Elmer Fudd, you know? This February, be very, very quiet. His fucking shadow just like pans over a little baby bunny rabbit that's like eating some food
with the hat, or and it's like a real literal bunny.
Yeah,
like
but you
that
don't
looks up.
you don't see his face. You just see the shadow, and then you got to black, and you have this February.
Fudd.
And they already made the King's Speech. It's basically the same thing.
It was really about Elmer Fudd, that movie.
Yeah.
And how Elmer Fudd had to announce to Britain that like we were gonna go to war with Hitler. Anyway, we're talking about voices. Oh yeah, the Winston Churchill voice. We'll see if we can do this kind of garbage for somebody.
It's all the Looney Tunes, but for World War II. Porky Pig is Winston Churchill.
Fighting them on the beaches. Look at us, we are fighting them on the beaches.
We're in the woods.
We're fighting them in the woods. We're fighting them on the streets and in the alleys.
You're getting ahead of yourself here. We're just in the woods. We're just fighting them in the woods.
We fought them on the streets of Midgar.
We did fight them in the streets.
And there was like a beach we were walking near, and look, this is sandy. And look at them. These are the Germans that we're fighting.
Yeah.
What are we on our way to actually go do?
We're
When we
tracking
ran
down
into these people?
Sephiroth.
Because he's like heading this way.
Yeah.
And we ran into the Turks.
Who are also looking for him.
And also we ran into this group of people.
Then we
who
just
need
walked
help.
into this place and this was going on.
Okay. How much cash do you have?
6360.
Still got a little ways to go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get Yuffie. I don't want to...
Is she gonna come back in the woods?
Yeah. Yep, there she is.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, we just did that interaction wrong.
I can't believe she's like hidden in a pixel somewhere. Or not even.
Yeah, it's hidden in a probability.
Hidden somewhere in a probability is your destiny.
Okay, we beat her.
Now tell her that you're not gonna fight her again.
I can't believe I lost.
Mm-hmm.
You spiky-headed jerk, blah, blah, blah.
Not interested.
Punch, punch, punch.
Punch, punch, punch to the air.
You're gonna run away? Stay and fight. Fight, I said.
Why don't you stay and fight with us?
Come on, what's the matter? You're pretty scared of me, huh? Oh, God.
I think just say you're gonna lose again. So we're back in the field trying to convince Yuffie to join the party. We don't know what is the right thing to say next.
What?
Did you say you're gonna lose again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really mad.
Make fun of me, will ya?
Just watch.
Fuck!
Shit.
God damn it!
Fuck.
Fuck, I really threw my phone.
She's gone. What is it with her? Hey, my money. 500 gil stolen.
Fuck her! God.
Wait a second, where's my money?
God damn it. This bitch. You gotta say the right shit to her, man.
Yeah, and I guess to do that, you've just got to go through every binary choice and get it right or wrong.
And be lucky. Or look it up. So, petrified is the answer.
Yeah.
Great. God, this game sucks. Fuck this game. I don't really feel that way,
I
but
know.
there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, God, why is it being such a dick?
Oh, it's complicated is the thing. It's all complicated.
It's being an asshole. I mean, catching a chocobo might be a whole fucking episode.
I think we're gonna have to make like a whole season about chocobos by the end of this.
Is Yuffie in any of these woods, or just specifically those?
I'm not
that
sure. I always get her right here. I think it might be any woods on the planet.
Oh,
So like,
look who's remembering their
It's-
7th grade lunchroom.
it's kind of. I think it's kind of like over the course of the game, it would be shocking if you didn't run into her at least once. You know, because you're gonna be running around the woods.
Right. So we're walking around the world map, and as we've discussed before, there's the old-style top-down view that's locked off to north-south, and then there's the 3D looking-around view, and
Yeah.
we have differing opinions on what's the
I
best
mean,
at
it's like
this point.
the old versus the new.
I like the old-style view.
I prefer the looking around one.
I'm just saying, when you're looking around, you can see stuff on the horizon.
This reminds me so
Explore
much...
more naturally.
This reminds me so much of last season when we were doing, like, draw me a word map, and you were like, no, draw me
Just
an
write
actual
it down,
map.
please.
That's probably because I've only been playing the previous games, and you have a childhood memory of playing this.
I feel like it's harder to actually make your way around the map when you're just looking down.
I feel like it's way easier to get disoriented and lost
I mean,
if
you
you're doing
haven't,
it your
you
way.
haven't even tried.
I just know myself. Look, man, draw me a word map in 3D form rather than top down or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We have different map tastes, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna display my point in a second when we get back to the map.
I totally get that you can like see more of your surroundings. I think I would use it more like to like orient or to like look around and be like, oh, it's in that direction, and then go back to the view.
Yeah, I just mean the 2D maps, the way they're drawn, like, it's easier to see where where the lines are. Like, looking down at this map is like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like anything at all.
To me, it's like, you know, when you're in Google Maps and you accidentally like use 2 fingers and you spin it around and you're like, wait, where's north? And I'm like, thank God there's a button to reorient yourself to true north.
Oh yeah, I'm glad they have that, but I'm just mean like,
You do this with your directions thing too, where you're like, I don't want it to be a video game, I want to see ahead.
I just hate where it's following behind the
Right.
car on the road, and I'm like, I know there's more turns than just the next one. I want to be able
I
to
know.
drag around.
And I'm like, I don't want that. I want
It's
to...
because of people like you that we've lost all the features in everything.
Yeah,
like,
it
they
is.
just stripped them all off.
My
because
fucking
everyone's
fault.
true lazy or some shit.
It's true.
And
No, it's
drives
really
me fucking crazy.
my fault.
It's your fault. I'm gonna blame you directly. I'm
Well,
gonna take it all out.
It's me and people like me. I'm like, Apple, decide for me. Oh, you decided wrong. Well, fuck.
So this is like the L2 view.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
know.
like, you know, if I'm trying to go back to, let's say, the cave that I came out of, like, it's really hard for
Well,
me
there's
to
the
tell.
mini map too. I mean, this is just like the view from FF6.
I cannot believe how long we belabored these points.
I don't know if we're like even a quarter of the way into us belaboring this point.
I think we really had fucking nothing to talk about to each other.
Well, also, I think what starts happening is one of those things where it's like there's an argument, but you're both not actually arguing, but you're suddenly entrenched in opposite sides.
That's definitely the situation here.
And you're like, wait a minute, I'm not even trying to make the point as like seriously as
and then
that.
it becomes like, and now it's not just about this, it's about apps on our phones and the direction of just generally the world and how much free agency we expect and what we want in our lives, and everyone is too lazy to deserve freedom, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. I just mean, I think because it's 3D, it looks different. Like, in FF6, it would be like, up to the right there would be a town, and then all the way down there would be the next town, is what I mean. Like, you'd see it all on one screen. Like, this is so big that it's like I'm running over here, and I'm like, it's like, where am I? What is this?
Yeah, I don't have that problem. That's
Easier
why
to
they
get
give you the option. Some people find it easier one way, and some people have been playing Final Fantasy for years, and they know the way they like it, and they know the way they know it.
I'm just gonna, look, okay, so look, where am I? Where's the place I'm trying to go to, Jeff?
To the, well, wait, that you're going back to the cave?
Yeah.
It's probably the
Cave
dot on the
is-
right, right? Like, just
I
to the
can't
right.
even barely,
Yeah, right there.
okay, so
I
that's
nailed it.
Right. I'm just saying, but then I can do this, and I can just be like, oh, where is it? Oh, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna just run to it.
Yeah.
That's the...
And then you're gonna be like, where's my airship? Where did I park it?
That's good. That's going to be a problem in both views. I think less so in this one because it'll stick up.
Yeah. We'll see. I might be proven wrong as time goes on. But in FF6, you could not see the whole map. I think you're remembering that wrong. You would still walk to a thing blindly.
No, but I mean, like, the scale of everything was smaller. Like, you didn't end up in vast fields where the screen for multiple steps would just stay that.
Yeah, you would.
No.
You would go in like a
I
desert.
just watched us play it for fucking...
So did I, dude.
I know. I'm telling... Never mind.
You're saying
I don't
that's
start a...
well, there's no
I'm
reason
saying
to get
the-
upset about
the
it.
scale is less clear. That's all I'm saying. Is
Okay.
in the 3D map, it's much... I feel like it's less clearly drawn.
Like it's zoomed
Like,
in
it's
more.
not meant to just be viewed from this, like, top down.
But you were saying like it's zoomed in more because it's not showing
It's not
as
just
much.
zoomed in more. I think the scale of everything is bigger. The continents are bigger. The world is bigger. So
Okay.
you end up walking in places that,
Alright.
you know... Because, like, on the other one, it would be, like... You'd come out of a cave and there would really only be one place to go.
Yeah, I guess.
It kind of funneled you. I don't... Never mind. I don't... it's fine either way to...
I think I get what you mean. I told you that point goes on for a while.
I mean, I feel like sometimes we just pick a line in the sand and just
You're
fight
on that
over
side of it, I'm on this side.
and it's in the
And then
it's in the sand anyway, so it's pretty movable.
Yeah, I just mean, like, so here I'm at this river.
The most painful thing about this for me is my instinct is to, like, right now try to refine whatever point I was trying to make it clearer to you, even though I can objectively see how completely pointless all of this was. I'm, like, ashamed that I keep driving this home. You're
We
like,
get
I'm
really
done. I don't
passionate
care
about it.
anymore.
right, I felt like are you? Because my thing is that the mini map is there to or help orient you.
Yeah, but it doesn't, like, I can barely see or understand it. You know?
Yeah.
It's, like, very hard to look at that.
I guess
Be like, oh,
I guess
over
the
there is
quibble,
a desert, I'm gonna walk
the
to the
quibble
desert.
here is me going like, yeah, but not by that much.
Like, here, if...
Like that's
let's say
that's all it is.
if
It's
we
literally
ended up
like it's
on-
not even a big thing. I'm like you're right, but not by as much as I feel like you're indicating.
I just mean, you haven't even really given a shot walking around like this, and I think it's great.
I think it's great too. And I have walked around a little bit like that.
Okay. I was just making... I don't know what...
I don't know what happened
kept
here.
digging at, like, but no, it's not. And I was like, but it is different. And you're like, it's not. And I was like, it is.
It
I don't know what
doesn't-
to tell you other than it feels different to me. Like, I don't
And
fucking know, man.
That's what I'm literally all I'm saying. Like I feel like I'm arguing a point I'm not trying to make. It doesn't matter.
It's like,
It couldn't
I'm
matter
on the
less.
defensive and I don't know what about.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to attack. Why am I attacking?
Yeah, well, we're definitely gonna get really lost at some point.
Right.
Where the fuck is Yuffie? I want to move forward.
Oh, there's your problem. We've been locked in a cabin for 3 days together, and we can't find Yuffie, and it sucks.
You're gonna wind up on edge
Just
like
gonna
that.
fight.
Man, this little rebellion group is gonna be fucking overfunded when we get back to them, and we're gonna be broke.
While walking in a forest on the world map, eventually you will run into a fight with Yuffie. She's not that hard. But the next part is hard. Here she is. She will start talking to you. But you have to pick the right things to say or she will take something from you and run away. Dude, we only made it to the second of 5 things to say to her.
I thought that might be the case. I don't want to shoot.
We don't need to do that again.
Man, I can't believe I lost.
Alright, so the first thing to say is not interested. We're gonna say that we're petrified. Would she itch herself?
She punches.
Come on, what's the matter? You're pretty scared of me, huh? Petrified. Yeah, she's not itching her butt. She's punching the air.
Just as I thought. What do you expect with my skills? I'm really
Wait a
gonna
second.
leave, really.
Wait a second.
Wait a
Don't
second.
say go ahead, because she really will.
I know you want my help because I'm so good. You want me to go with you.
That's right.
That's right. Heh, thought so. You put me in a spot. What should I do? But if you want me that bad, I can't refuse. Alright, I'll go with you. What's your name or let's hurry
do
on?
not pick what's your name. Pick let's hurry on.
Huh? Hey!
And then we all walk away.
Wait, I haven't even told you my name.
Yuffie!
There we go.
Fuck.
Yeah, Yuffie really responds if you alternate between praise and indifference, which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I guess it actually kind of falls in line with some of the stuff that involves her relationship with her father
the only
later.
reason I'm pointing it out is it feels in line with her whole character.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense in that way.
Yeah, it does. That was an adventure.
I'm Yuffie. Good to meet you. Heh, just as I planned.
Yeah, like the structure
Now
of
all
this...
I have to do is a little this and a little that. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk.
What does she mean by that?
I don't know. I think she's mischief. I'll give you back the money I stole from you, or what's left of it.
What did you spend it on?
I mean, how long have we been walking around here? She could have made it to town and back.
I hope she's well equipped then. So now she's in the party handling system?
Yep.
Saved. Whew. So we've got Yuffie in the party. Our pockets are filled with cash.
We head back to Fort Condor.
Oh yeah, that's a cool looking bird.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
feel like
something
it's a
else.
statue.
It's not a condor. I think it's a monster bird. And I guess they could call them condors if they want.
Yeah. They could call it a fucking blue jay if they felt like it. I love these backgrounds. They're growing on me more and more.
Yeah, I think they're pretty great.
Oh man, that feeling when Stockholm Syndrome is starting to set in. This is awesome. I would love to sleep in a little room like this.
A little cave.
Dome cave that's like downstairs in a cave.
We'll get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
We'll save.
Yeah, I finally like really want to live in this world now. And just like spend the rest of the week in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
So we go back up to the guy at the top who read us all the rules of the rule book before this board game. And now it's time to give him a bunch of money and then try a tower defense game.
Thanks for accepting. Let me explain our strategy. The enemy will climb the mountain looking for the reactor. We will leave a trap for them and hire soldiers to protect the area.
Okay. I don't want to command the
If
troops.
you're pressed for time, we'd like you to help us with the money. If you can't give us the money, we can have blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
We know that what we're asking is
Yeah, they've set this up like it's a business where if you invest in the battle, you're allowed to be the general who commands the troops also.
Yeah,
Is that
it's more
what I'm
like
understanding?
an arcade of sorts.
Yeah. Live out your fantasies of staging a rebellion, fighting an evil empire here at Fort Condor.
Except it's really happening.
It's all real,
It's all
though.
actually happening. We've sent our wives and children to another village. We are resigned to our fate. We're all gonna die here. Let's get back to square one.
If the enemy penetrates our shed,
What the fuck? I mean, this doesn't seem like a mini game. This seems like a game.
content, even if the enemy gets to...
So you can choose to either give them a bunch of money and walk away and hope that they do great, or hire a bunch of soldiers and handle this yourself.
I think it's a combination of the more soldiers you let them hire, the easier time you're gonna have commanding all the things. The less money you put in, the less,
But I thought that he also had an option where he was like, but if you don't want to do any of this and you just want to help us, you can give us money.
I don't think that's how it works exactly. I think he was saying the more money you give us, the easier this will be. He
did say that, but then after that.
I know, but I think what he means is the more, because I don't think we can just pay him and win.
Okay. Your immobile allies are stoner.
My plan is to give him the maximum amount of money and just go in and hope for the best.
And hope we figure the shit out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do. So we give them all of our gil.
Yeah.
We give them the max amount that we're literally able to give them, which leaves us with $5.
We give them so much that they go, you know what, we're not responsible enough to have all of this right now, so you should come back later after we've spent some of it.
If we run out, I'll ask for more. That's enough.
Enough. Hey, this one climbing up here looks like they'd be just right. Please, any help is appreciated.
Because we can contribute gil and then let them handle it.
Let's let them handle it.
No, I think we should ready because we want to do this ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I have 10 enemies. There appear to be many beasts, so you may want to deploy more attackers.
Did you just freeze? Oh, okay.
Set units. What? So now that we only have $5 left, the tower defense game begins.
Yeah, so it shows you on basically like a pinball sort of board almost, like looking up a ramp.
A pachinko machine.
Pachinko machine we've used before. It's like that. We're at the top this time. The enemies are going to be coming up from the bottom.
And we can pay money, not the money that we gave them already, but more money to hire different attackers and place them in different spots on this pachinko machine.
Yeah.
To then cut off the force that's coming upward.
Since we gave all of our money to them, they're actually going to say, no, that's our rainy day fund. This is all on you.
Right.
We're not going to let you use any of the money you gave us to fight off the soldiers.
So we're like, what do we do?
Okay.
Dude,
so now we're playing a real-time strategy game.
What the... Okay, so workers, stoners, catapults, fighters, attackers. Let's get an attacker?
Yeah, because they can't get to the shed, right? That's the... Let's see what the lay of the land is like. Okay, so it's a pachinko machine.
It's a pachinko machine. But where, I guess I'll do a catapult here. How do I pick?
Wait, it says we only have 5 gil in each of those costs, but I thought that's what we spent the money on.
Wait.
I gave them all that money.
Yeah, was he and you need to use your own money to hire people also, in addition to giving us money?
I don't know.
I mean, and how not our money is that money right now at this point? We gave it to him 5 minutes ago, and it was going to be used for this
exact
anyway.
purpose.
So that's why I don't understand. Does he not care if they defeat this or not? Is this a scam? I don't get it.
I guess let's start. That's all we can...
We can't literally afford a single troop. Let's start the game. Enemy invasion. My god, they're attacking. We're counting on you. Great.
What the fuck?
Is this a tower defense game that we just, blew?
Why did he need all that money for? Oh, man.
What the fuck is... The theme of this game is... I don't understand why... What does it want me to do?
It doesned explain itself.
What... And it's oh, well, now I guess I just fucked myself. That's...
Yeah, I spent, over, 100,000 gil. A ton of money. All of it.
So if you can't defend the tower, it just cuts to a battle with you and an enemy. And you fight the enemy and win, and it's fine.
And that's the effective tower defense. Look, we also put a full tower defense game in this game.
Really?
We got the Vaggie Risk claw. Okay. We made it through that one somehow, but Shinra will be back. Be sure and scout the area well. We don't know when they'll attack again.
Go talk to him. Maybe since we've given them all the money, if we say let them handle it, that's how that'll work? Try going out the door again? What the fuck? What is this place?
What is the side in any of these fucking... how do I look at a wall?
What the fuck was this all about? I gotta look this up.
There's gotta be more... I don't need to talk to anybody else in here. I'm just gonna go back and do something.
Outwit, outfight, outlast, Fort Survivor. Condor. Condor. Blah, blah, blah. You go up to Fort Condor. There are many nuances to this strategy game, many of which are explained by the headman. Use your own money to hire mercenaries and defend the reactor at the top of the hill. You may also donate money to help them in their fight, which they will use if Shinra attacks again while you aren't there. The thing is, though, you don't even have to do that. Even if you don't leave money for them, the fort will still be there when you get back, so you can save your money.
You can only put soldiers on the horizontal line at the very bottom.
Each unit has different pros and cons, blah, blah, blah.
How do I try it again? You can't try it again.
Right, because Shinra isn't attacking again right now.
Right.
It happens in real time. Like, Shinra will attack again and again.
What is real time in a game that doesn't really have a clock?
Well, the way it works in this game is you don't have even an opportunity to come back here until disc 2, I think.
Or
and
later,
then you come back and they're like, all the attacks are happening right now, and you just do all of it, and it ends. So it's like, it's not like a thing that you're constantly checking in on.
It might just be that there's no fight anymore, and later there'll be more battles again.
What was that all about?
Well, basically, I guess while we're gone, more battles will start to happen here, and since we've funded them, they'll just auto-win, maybe? And otherwise you would show up and another battle would happen. I don't fucking know. Because I think this is something that's just going to be happening throughout the game, is they're going to be defending this condor egg. It sounds like there's more...
Uh-huh.
There's like 7 fights that happen
At some
here.
point, that egg better hatch. So I should just get out of here then?
Yeah.
And that's episode 9.
That was our first trip to Fort Condor.
Yep.
We also got Yuffie, my favorite character.
Yeah.
I'll just say that here.
A bunch of optional stuff, you know? Next week, we're going to make it to Junon Harbor, so look forward to that.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some, like, dolphin gymnastics and...
Oh, God, yeah.
there's all kinds of fun mini games in Junon Harbor.
Yeah, we're going to have to, like, walk during the TV parade.
Yeah, you're going to have to be a soldier in a parade. You're going to have to manually do CPR. I think what else is going to happen there?
Oh, it's all happening next week, so join us for that. Oh, are you ready to enter the live stream?
Yeah, let's vibrate to the rhythm of a different mental thought pattern and ascend to the realm of the live stream.
Let's do it. Play the sound. I love coming here.
It's very familiar by now.
Yes, I feel it. I feel myself outside my body, and I know that the world is okay.
You know what's great is when you close your eyes, you still see the same thing anyway. And then when you open them, you can't tell if they're open or closed. And then
I feel like my eyes are closed right now, but I'm seeing everything.
Yeah, but try to open them again.
Oh, wow.
And now open them again. You can open them even though they're open. It doesn't even matter.
Holy shit.
Oh, here comes the message.
Look at that. I see the message through my eyelids. The message reads, Jeff and Ryan, you must learn the art of saving your game religiously in RPG games. Also, Quadra Magic can be your best friend. Use it well, and good luck against the weapons. Seriously, guys, thank you for all that you do. We love the show, and we are happily along for the ride. Keep it up. Will, Kristen, Anita, and Tim. Well, thank you so much, Will, Kristen, Anita, and Tim.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And I'll say this, we learn through failure, my son.
Well,
or my children.
If you fail enough, you eventually learn from your failure. Like I said in that episode last season, it's a lesson I haven't learned in a while. Sometimes you need to relearn your lessons.
But we do need the well wishes to get us through the weapons.
We really appreciate your well wishes, and we appreciate the knowledge of Quadra Magic. We will try to use it.
We will be getting there.
Thank you guys. All right, you ready to get back to the real world?
Yeah, let's put out our feelers and see if we can groove to a tune more familiar.
And we're back. If you're interested in a live stream message, they're $25 a piece. Just email nocappodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT, and we'll make the message happen.
Yeah, you can either send us your copy or we'll help you put some together if you don't know exactly what to say.
And with that, please rate and review us on iTunes or Apple Podcast or whatever rating and reviewing system that you're anywhere near.
If it's a place that'll accept a text of a review and you could hit submit, then maybe you should just do it for our show.
Yeah, go support us. Get some t-shirts and mugs. Go to Etsy.com and search No One Can Know About This. Find it that way. Bunch of really nice stuff there.
You know, maybe we should, like, set up a Yelp page, get some Yelp reviews going.
That's a good idea. Yelp for a podcast. Get in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter. We're at NoCat Podcast. That's NOCKAT.
We might be wrong about this Fort Condor game. If you want to email us with some insight into it or anything else in the game that, you know, you feel like we didn't highlight or,
Yeah,
you know, anything
we love
like
hearing
that.
from you guys.
We love hearing all the tidbits.
If you want the episodes early, you can get them on Mondays instead of Thursdays. You can get the video version or a free t-shirt over at patreon.com/NoCat. And with that, here's a little No One Can Know About This dessert. Something flambéed? Is that
Flambé.
Is that a thing that you do with desserts?
You're gonna have to. I really don't know what flambé is.
You cover the food in booze and then you set it on fire. That's what flambé is.
Okay, can we just get like a churro flambé?
Yes. You cover a sugar,
It's like a torch. You
justy,
hold it
sugary.
you've got it in the wax paper. You hold it like it's the street food, and you set the end
set
ablaze.
the top on fire.
Yeah,
that's what's
and then
coming
you do it
for
like
you.
a sword eater. You just all the way down the throat, and then
That's-
you just bite it off in one chunk.
That's the dessert for today.
Get ready.
That you would do me a favor one day if I was ever in a scrape. And here I am, I'm in a jam.
A scrape.
Jams and scrapes are the same.
I feel like there could be a thing called a scrape. Maybe it's a measurement of jam. Give me a scrape of that jam. Yeah, or I guess it could be like some other sort of fruit concentrate that's even harder than jam.
Like a marmalade?
It's just even maybe
I'm in a marmalade.
dry, like
Wow.
it's a scrape, like a seasoning that you just scrape on the bread. You just get it's a scrape. It's not a. Never mind. This is unimportant. It doesn't exist.